What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering, and wow, the left suddenly loves themselves some sweet, sweet Joe Rogan. Who could have foreseen this? It's almost like their positions are not based in reality or morality or facts or any kind of data. All you have to do is say one little thing that they agree with, and suddenly you're a hero for a day. I don't know about you, but I don't think anyone wants this kind of support. But nonetheless, Joe Rogan is trending today. But this time, he's a hero. He's the hero. I need a hero against the Orange Man. And normally, I'd be expecting the left to be needing a change of shorts after Joe Rogan does something. But in this case, well, I guess they still need a change of shorts. Check out this video's sponsor, Sheath. Huge shout out to this video's sponsor. That's right, Sheath. These boxers are designed to keep your balls off your legs. Sheath has 3 individual compartments to keep everything down there separate and cool and comfortable. And hey, since they've been a long-time sponsor, I've heard from many of you who have tried out Sheath and really love it. They were invented by a U.S. Army soldier who came up with the idea for Sheath during his second tour in Iraq, where it was hot as heck and his boys needed to breathe. And on top of all sorts of awesome designs for Sheath, they've added all sorts of winter items, hoodies, gator necks, and all sorts of base layers. Head on over to the link in the description and pin comment down below. Use my promo code to save and support the channel and keep everything nice, cool, and dry. Now, I happen to view Rogan trending on Twitter, and I was like, wow, slam dunk from the free throw line video topic here on a sleepy Tuesday. But I was shocked to see places like Occupy Democrats and a wide variety of paper-thin liberals coping and seething. Like, Joe Rogan cannot redeem himself at this point, whether he has Trump on or not. Okay. You even see Occupy Democrats breaking. Joe Rogan, the most popular podcast in America, announces that he won't allow Trump on his show because he's an existential threat to democracy itself. And Rogan is, quote, not interested in helping him. All caps, RT if you think Rogan got it right for once. People are so transparent and dumb. First of all, I never thought Rogan was ever going to have Trump on before. I don't think that Rogan really liked Trump. I think that he thought he was interesting, but he knew the risks that would come with it, and I just don't know. I don't buy. I never thought he was ever going to be on, to be honest with you. I mean, Joe Rogan is a guy that likes Bernie Sanders. You know, there are a lot of things that he didn't like about Trump. There were some things that he did like about Trump, but like, they're still angry. They're like, yeah, and he's still planning on supporting DeSantis, who now requires college students' facility to declare their political beliefs. You know, it's like, no matter what Rogan says, if you take Joe Rogan plus Donald Trump, the meltdown is, you know, undeniable. And then now the media's in love with them. Joe Rogan claims he turned down Trump's request to appear on his show. I didn't want to help him. Spotify host Joe Rogan told the Lex Friedman podcast that he has turned down multiple entreaties from former President Donald Trump to appear on the show. I am not a Trump supporter in any way, shape, or form, Mr. Rogan said. And by the way, I never really believed he was. I believe that he liked him better than Hillary, which is what a lot of people voted for. Also, I believe that Joe Rogan is a leftist. It's just, he's a liberal, I mean. He's just not like an uber woke fake outrage person. There's a lot of them out there. I've considered myself that for a very long time. Now, the left calls me a Republican, so I guess as long as they keep doing that, I'll vote that way. But, I mean, I grew up, you know, hugging trees, hating corporations, big pharma, all these things that used to be leftist ideologies. Now they worship all that stuff. Mr. Rogan said that he considers Mr. Trump, who is impeached twice during his 4-year term, to be, by the way, both were kangaroo court, but anyway, to be an existential threat to democracy in the U.S., a man who inspired such strong feelings. People abandoned their own ethics and morals to criticize him. Mr. Rogan, I like how they're calling him Mr. Rogan now. Mr. Rogan's stand may come as something of a surprise to people who have for years listened to him promote the cultural and political positions that seem well aligned with Trump's viewpoints. But here's the thing, shocking media, allow me to shock and appall you. He never came out and supported Trump. You put that on him. The media put that on Joe Rogan. Because Joe Rogan spoke out against like woke ideology and some of the more insane nonsense, you're the ones that called him a Trump supporter, not Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan wasn't out there flying the MAGA hat and telling people to vote for Trump. Never did it. Like Mr. Trump, Mr. Rogan has also spread misinformation, arguing with people who are young and healthy, blah, blah, blah. So they're like, we're going to cover this because it fits our narrative, but we're still going to remind people that Mr. Rogan bad. Of course, we all know that those clown shoes, Crosby, Stills, and Nash came crawling back to Spotify today. But you know, that's a secondary story apparently. You could see, Neil Young and Joni Mitchell pulled their music from Spotify earlier this year. Oh, but did you not mention Crosby, Stills, and Nash? Oh, did you forget? Did you not know that they came crawling back over the weekend? I thought that they were making a stand. And every one of these, like, Business Insider, Joe Rogan says he refuses to host Trump on his podcast soon after saying Governor DeSantis would make a good president. Maybe. Okay, maybe this is part of a coordinated effort from the right to get people to support Ron DeSantis. Maybe. Certainly many people on the left believe that. I think that there are a lot of people that really, really love Donald Trump. He was certainly a far better option, in my opinion, than Hillary Clinton was. But I do think his time is up. I think that he is so polarizing that it would be another 4 years of impossibility of him to get anything done. Do I think that suddenly they would get along with Ron DeSantis? Probably not either. But after the midterms this year, you may have House and Congress that is a little more pliable, a little more amiable. And you did have a lot of these Republicans that were cowards and essentially came out as never Trumpers, even though they had an R in front of their name. That's not working out very good for them either. Now, if Donald Trump got the nomination and ran again, it would be an interesting decision, I think. But I think what this story is really about, what the story shows, is how the media, it's funny, like the media put this love of Trump on Joe Rogan to smear him. And now they're putting this statement that he wouldn't want Trump on his show because he doesn't want to help him, as it's some sort of epiphany, as although it's, Joe Rogan's finally seen the light. This is why the media is the enemy of the people. I mean, clearly Joe Rogan has always not wanted Trump on the show if it's true that he rejected him multiple times. Right? So, at what point, why would this be any different for Joe Rogan? Oh, it's just because of the media narrative around him. The media wants to turn anyone. They want to do to Trump. They villainized Trump. They made him seem far worse than he really was. He did a lot of great things for this country. That's just an undeniable fact. But the media spent all 4 years of his presidency and the 2 years leading up to it trying to convince the American people that he was the reincarnation of the worst thing ever on the planet. And thus, he got very little done in office. Then, since they'd already built all that credibility, saying he was the most evil thing, they didn't want to waste it. So anyone tangentially close to him that they could attach to him and then use that to drag them down, they did that too. The thing is, Joe never really struck me as some sort of super Trump supporter. Never seemed like it once to me. But it's funny how slimeball the Slimeball media is suddenly acting like he's just seen the light. Pretty telling, don't you think? Hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you check out Sheath, and we'll talk to you again real soon.